Hey there, Saki here from SAKITECH, and as you can tell from the title of this video, it is my opinion that the S8 Plus is a superior smartphone in comparison to the Google Pixel 2 XL. And in this video, I will give you 5 reasons as to why I believe that to be the case. And just because the S8 Plus is better than the Google Pixel 2 XL does not mean everyone should buy the S8 Plus. So at the end of the video, I will also try to clarify who should consider the Pixel 2 XL and who should consider the Galaxy S8 Plus. So let's dive in and get started. Now, before we dive in, if you do use Twitter and Instagram, make sure to follow me on both at SAKITECH Online. So the first reason why the S8 is better than the Pixel 2 is the display. Now let's outline the specs for reference. The S8 Plus has a 6.2-inch Super AMOLED display with a Quad HD Plus resolution, which is 1440 by 2960 with 529 pixels per inches. The display is HDR capable. The Pixel 2 XL has a 6-inch P-AMOLED display with a resolution of 1440 by 2880 and 538 pixels per inches. It is not HDR capable. Now, if you look at the specs, you will see that the display resolutions are nearly the same. However, in real life, when you look at these smartphones side by side for daily tasks, the S8 stands out as the more sharp, vibrant, and just an overall higher quality display. There's no question about that. It's got the better display and it is much more brighter than the Pixel 2. Add to that fact that the Galaxy S8 Plus also supports HDR playback, and we have a crystal clear winner in the department of display. The screen to body ratio on the S8 is also much higher than the Pixel 2. S8 clocks in at 84% while the Pixel 2 clocks in at 76%. So with the S8, you get less bezels and more display. However, the Pixel 2 does offer 2 frontal stereo speakers as compensation. Regardless, the S8 Plus has the winning combination. Let's move on to point number 2. The other thing that distinguishes the S8 is its superior and unique design. The design that is born out of the large and tall display that dominates the front of the S8, in addition with those dual curved edges, is probably the most appealing in the world right now for a smartphone. Pixel 2 falls quite short of achieving a design breakthrough with its simple yet elegant design language. S8 feels like it was designed to please the senses, but the Pixel 2 seems like it was designed to simply be an everyday smartphone and not the one to be displayed in a museum. So look, I understand that the design is a subjective quality, and some people might prefer the Pixel 2's simplistic design more fit to their lifestyle. But overwhelmingly, I believe most people will agree that the S8 looks much more stylish and marvelous. You can let me know your opinion down below in the comments section. Now let's move on to the third point. The third point is a software. This might come as a surprise to some people, seeing as how the Pixel 2 runs the latest version of Android, which is 8.0, while the Galaxy S8 runs Android 7.0. I will tell you right off the bat that launching apps, switching between apps, and just navigating the Pixel 2 feels snappier and faster than the S8. There's no question about that. But let me ask you, what is the benefit of a faster app launch by 0.02 seconds? It's not like the S8 Plus takes 5 years to launch an app. Rather, it is also super fast and snappy without any lag. So what makes the S8 surpass the Pixel 2 in the software category? It's the fact that the S8 has extremely deep and rich features built right into it. S8 has a built-in feature called the Secure Folder that allows you to hide important files and apps under a total lockdown. It's got the edge panels that you can pull in from the side of the screen, where you can add all kinds of widgets such as app shortcuts, weather info, rulers, compasses, calculators, calendars, and such. It also has a built-in theme engine that allows you to fully customize the interface of your S8 from a theme store that has hundreds and thousands of themes. Now, just to show you the difference between how rich the S8 Plus is, take a look at the always-on display on both phones. So let's quickly go to the settings of the Pixel 2's always-on display, which is known as the ambient display. So it's right there at the bottom, ambient display. And the equivalent on the S8 is called the always-on display. So let's go to the settings of the S8 Plus. Let's turn that on really quick. And let's go to the settings of the S8 Plus. Let's go to lock screen and security. And then always-on display is right at the bottom there. Let's also turn that on But right off the bat, you can see the difference between the two settings. There's so much more customization hiding under the S8 Plus's always on display. Let me demonstrate to clarify. So let's tap on one of these always on display settings. And as you can see, I can change the clock style to anything that I want. There's all these various options. I can even change the color of the actual clock to any color that I want. And I can also add a background image. Now let me go to the analog version. So now you can have an analog clock with different displays, different versions. And again, you can change the color of all of these things. So I can pick any clock color. And if I go to the background, I can add a background. You may not be able to see this because it's just too dark, but you can even add an actual picture to the background from your gallery. And here's how they look side by side. Just an example of how different things can be. Just an example of how things can be so different on the S8, but on the Google Pixel 2, you just can't pick from that one option. So definitely when it comes to customization, the S8 is far ahead than the Pixel 2. Let me just show you a little bit more. Let me just go to the settings of each phone and just take a look at how much more richer it is when you look at the settings on the Galaxy S8 compared to the Pixel 2. You have things like the device maintenance. And if I tap on that device maintenance on the S8, it takes me into this maintenance menu from where I can actually make adjustments to the battery life. I can even fix the phone so it runs faster by closing background tasks that are not being used and stuff like that. I can go to the battery and I can even customize the actual battery power savings mode, okay? And I can go to the device security for virus scans. All this stuff is built in on the S8 as opposed to Pixel 2 where you may have to go download these things separately. So as you can see, the S8 feels like a customizable wonderland with tons of software features, while the Pixel 2 feels much more minimalist. I'm personally more into rich software functionality. Now let's move on to the other points where the S8 is better than the Pixel 2. One of them is the fact that the S8 has wireless charging. It's had it since the S6. So why doesn't the Pixel 2 still have this feature? A lot of people pretend that wireless charging is not that important, but if the S8 didn't have it, people would go nuts. It's a feature that should be in every flagship smartphone standard. When you don't have it in a phone, it's easy to say who cares for wireless charging. But when you have it, it certainly can be touted as a feature. Again, it's been around since the S6, the Galaxy S6. Years have passed. There's no excuse not to have it anymore. It's a fully bloomed technology. The next thing I want to talk about is water resistance. Yes, the Pixel 2 is water resistant, but it's only IP67, while the S8 is IP68. They're both protected from water splashes, but the S8 can literally be submerged into water for up to 30 minutes, while the Pixel 2 can't. Statistically speaking, this may not be a big deal. Not a lot of people drop their smartphones into water puddles. But here is what I don't understand. Why can Samsung do it with the Galaxy S8, but Google can't do it with the Pixel 2 almost for the same price point? If you know the answer, let me know. And that's basically everything I wanted to talk about. The S8 is technologically more advanced than the Pixel 2. It has a better display, a better design, more advanced features such as wireless charging, higher water protection, and even an iris scanner. It is the better phone, and as of now, it is actually cheaper to own than a Pixel 2. Pixel 2 XL starts at $849 for the 64GB model, while the Galaxy S8 Plus fluctuates between $724 to $824. Now, if you're not into over-the-top software functionality, and if you want a smartphone that constantly gets updates to the latest version of pure Android, and if you're an Android purist, whatever that means, you might end up enjoying the Pixel 2 XL more than the S8 Plus. Pixel 2 is still a phenomenal smartphone with a top-level camera with fast and snappy operation, but it doesn't have the muscle to take out the S8. As a matter of fact, no phone in the market does right now, although the LG V30 comes pretty close. Now, if you're looking to own the more technologically advanced and visually appealing smartphone, get the S8 Plus and you will remain satisfied. And that brings us to the end of this video. Make sure to subscribe to SAKITECH and give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you do use Instagram or Twitter, make sure to follow me on both @SAKITECH online. Have a fantastic day.